Hi everyone.
Hello.
This is Divine Harmony, Harmony Raye, and
Sarah Grace.
And we are here in Avalon, Glastonbury, England together. She came for my 40th birthday. And we just spent like a week on this powerful land at these beautiful sacred sites, and it's been potent. It feels like you've been here for a month.
I feel like we just lived lifetimes in a week, yes.
Yes.
Which is very much like Egypt.
Very much. I know we were thinking, I mean, it wasn't originally planned. She was just coming to visit me for my birthday, and I'm here for 2 months. And then we realized, oh my gosh, we're here before Egypt. And there's a synergy between Avalon and Egypt. There's, well, I mean, if you know about the chakras of the earth, they say that the heart chakra is Avalon, and then the throat chakra is Egypt. And these two are obviously right next to each other. And there's this whole synergy between these two, particularly being able to, speak from the heart, speak what you feel, allow your, the fullness of your love to rise up into your throat and then express that fully. And so there's a link between these two places. Actually, Avalon is also the third eye chakra is seen as moving around on the planet, so it's mobile, and it's also Avalon right now. So Avalon's the heart and the third eye, and then Egypt is the bridge between the two. So we're here for a week together, anchoring all this magic in here, and then we're heading to Egypt in October, which we're both super excited about, and we're making this video just so you can see us together. We attempted a video together while we were in different countries. Didn't work. So why don't you just share a little bit about you? And
yeah, so we're just really excited to share with you what Harmony said, our synergy and our passions and our individual passions, and what we'll be bringing forth in Egypt together for the Sisterhood. Traveling with Harmony just last year, it was so powerful because she carries such wisdom of the ancient times. And I've always been, okay, how do we ground that in the body? So I feel like we've become this perfect sisterhood match to bring forth this pilgrimage together, to bring the ancient mystery truly and ground it into the body. So we'll be using continuum-based practices. So continuum is using sound to awaken the fluid system of the body, which truly is the serpent moving through the body. So it's how the body moves in an undulatory way. It's the primary movement truly of love, and how love moves our system and our body. So when we're in these temples, as we all know, the serpent is an ancient symbol for many cultures across time and across the worlds, really. And in continuum, we see the serpent as a movement of the unified consciousness. So bringing the masculine and feminine principles together in one, and how that unified consciousness is moving through us. So as we move through the temples as a group of women, being held by the sacred masculine as well, which is so key, so key. We get to do our work as sisters in the temples from a very embodied, listening way through all of our cells. There's over 70 trillion cells in the body. So we won't just be going from a place of mind and curiosity, which will be there, but we'll also be going from how do we anchor these codes back in and down in every cell of our body, and remember the truth of what's already inside of our DNA. Egypt for me was a place of true soul recall, really, and I haven't been the same since. The temples, and especially the temples that are in honor of the goddess, has given me this opportunity to remember in myself the true depth of the sacred within my own being, and how I'm living that in the world, and how I'm touching other people, both in my work and in my personal relationships. And I feel like it's our duty as women, as we awaken and we remember, and we actually reestablish the soul DNA, not just the genetic DNA. Was that a raven?
It was something. I just flew into
it's our responsibility to share that with the world. So here we are doing this work, first and foremost for ourselves, and then how it's spanning out across for all of our sisters. And I know for myself and Harmony, we see this not as a group of participants and leaders, it's like we know that the sisters coming are the true Serpentine Sisterhood. We're all leaders and masters, and we'll be holding that container equally. So we will be the gatekeepers of the land, as we've been there before, and we know it deeply. But we know that the Sisterhood itself will be all leaders with us, and we welcome you to your own leadership and your own Egyptian memories being landed more here on this planet, because the earth needs these codes deeply.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I'm Harmony, Divine Harmony. If you don't know me, I'm an astrologer. I'm a mythologist. I'm a teacher, a writer, and I am really into the cosmology, the cosmic teachings, and the mythology. I've been to Egypt twice now, spending a good chunk, like 3 weeks each time. First time I went alone, and actually met Katie Noura, who's going to be part of our retreat. She's going to be with us the first few days, giving the Egyptian Star of Life teachings. And I met her by synchronistic alignment, and she and I journeyed through Egypt together. She's an amazing elder priestess who is a spitfire and full of wisdom. She's amazing. I'm excited for everybody to meet her. And then I went back a second time, and Sarah came with me. The first time I was there, I had this vision of a bunch of sisters returning together. And it was just this vision of the Serpentine Sisterhood reuniting and moving through the land together. And that's kind of what this is, and she actually had a similar vision when she was there with me, and I was like, oh my gosh, we should do it together. And so we're going to be weaving, the embodiment practice with the cosmology and with the teachings. I'm really interested in the ancient myths. A lot of the myths that we've heard about, the different deities in Egypt, Isis, Osiris, and Horus, and different beings, a lot of those myths have changed over time, particularly when Roman and Greek influence came into Egypt and started to shift things. And if you know your history, Roman and Greek influence is when a lot of patriarchal shift started happening. So really amazing, deep myths around the wholeness of the dark feminine, the dark masculine, and its unification with the light feminine and masculine kind of got ripped apart, got changed, got polarized. And so we're going to be exploring those ancient myths, those original tellings of the myths, and also the modern ones, because myths change. They're a product of the consciousness at the time. And so, and a lot of it has political reason, like who do they want to be in power? And so then they shift the myth. And so we're going to be exploring that. We have an amazing guide with us, Ahmed, dear brother, who actually is amazing. Like, he knows the older myths. When I started asking him questions, because he would tell us the myths that most people want to hear. And I would be like, wait a second, but what about this? And he'd be like, how do you know that? And I was like, I don't know. I just remember, and I'm trying to find the proof of it. And so he actually knew the stuff that I was asking about, and we clicked on a mental and cosmic level. So, and he also reads the hieroglyphs, and not a lot of guides actually can read the hieroglyphs, and so he's an amazing guide. So we're going to have a very deep time. This is a very specialized journey. So this is not like if you go and you sign up for, you're going to see this. Like, we are going to specific places with specific energies. The focus is on the sisterhood, the divine feminine, of course, weaving that with our inner divine masculine. And we're going to some very special places that people don't go to on typical journeys. And if you're interested, we have an itinerary that we can send to you, so you can email me. I'll have that included below the video, but it's dhassistant13@gmail.com, or you can email me through my website in the contact box, divineharmony.com. And so we have very special places we're visiting that I'm super excited about. We have some privates in some specific places that are going to be just magical. We're weaving the cosmic with the embodied, and also what's really key, and this is something that Sarah brought in on our first trip together, is we're going to be having downtime. Like, a lot of these trips, you're just going for like 14 days. Wake up, go to a site, go to another site, go home, eat dinner, pass out, next thing, next day. We're going to be alternating with days of teaching and staying at the hotel and having some downtime, having some integration time, so that, like Sarah said, it gets embodied. It doesn't just stay up here, which is amazing, you know, and you feel like you're on this high frequency, but then you feel like you're floating out of your body. So we're going to be having, you know, the alternating, undulating, anchoring energy. And we'll, you know, continue also some womb practices. This is a women-only journey, sisters only. Do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, I'll just chime in here as, you know, when she was speaking about the patriarchal energies coming in, as women, and I've been, you know, I've assisted many births. I've assisted now over 30 births, and I've supported so many adults to reclaim their birth story. Coming down into our own womb space and reclaiming it and clearing out any energy that is not ours, that we're carrying from the lineages, that we're carrying from even our father line, that we're carrying from ancient soul memories that aren't serving us in this lifetime, and how there's certain ways. So I've worked with Anaya Sophia for many years. I'm a Tamulin Kent practitioner. So I help women to just reclaim their root before they bring in a child. Also, after they birth, how to help heal the tissue once they've birthed. Whether they're birthing a child or birthing projects into the world, what's happening in this lower region of our body that is our first and second chakra, that is our creative portal, our sexuality, our feeling of belonging on this earth. So we will be having opportunities to have private sessions with both of us too, actually, if that's a need. We'll both be here to just support any integration that's needed. I know in these higher energies, also in Avalon, I'm just about to go to the south of France. These are soul lines that our body's DNA are actually remembering. So that means we remember not just the potent soul and the amazing light being we are, we remember what we've gone through and what women have had to journey through ancient times of having this opportunity to reclaim our power. This is so, so, so important, and it's for our children's children. So we do this work with deep, deep sincerity and a real responsibility, the ability to respond to the times now. And we were just talking about how it's time that the brothers support the women to rise. And we've been like supporting the brothers, shine, shine, shine. And you know, maybe right now we're just going to support the women to rise. And that's what we'll do. And the brothers will then come and be like, wow, okay, it's time. So we just continue to do our work. And we're here as women to plant prayers together, to ground in the depth of our soul, inside of our heart, our wombs, our legs, down through the feet and into the earth. And yeah, this wise woman of cosmology and astrology, I'm blown away every time I see her channel. It's like, wow, this being. So we're so graced, truly, to receive these teachings, and with Katie. Katie's amazing.
And actually with Katie, we get to visit her home, which is right in front of the pyramids at her sacred temple of a home, and we'll be eating yummy vegan Egyptian meals cooked by her her housekeeper, and then, you know, we get the teachings with her. We're going to have a Sufi dancing party. Yeah. I mean, at one point we're taking a horse ride out into the desert to see a sacred site that nobody visits. Like, yeah, it's a special journey.
We feel more like locals than tourists.
Yeah,
which is huge.
Yeah, yeah, and we're traveling the land with intention. So it's not a tourist trip. It's not a tourist trip. There is an option on the back end for a Red Sea extension, to go to the Red Sea, to spend some time there, to swim with dolphins. So that could be more like the, you know, decompression and a little more like relaxing, laying on the beach tourism thing. But this trip is intentional. It's a pilgrimage, and it's deep work. We're going to be doing cosmology work, you know, mythology, recall, somatic work, integration, shadow work. We're going to be doing sisterhood work together as we all circle together and support each other as whatever arises that this land will activate and bring up and, you know, give us the opportunity to clear or embrace and embody. So it's powerful. It's powerful. The first time I went to Egypt, I came back and I was like, whoa, there was before Egypt and there was after Egypt. And then I went again, and it was it was even, I mean, better, I was going to say, but it was even deeper. And so it's, you know, I read somewhere about these sacred sites, journeying to them are like going to these acupuncture needles on the planet, where there's just energy that when you visit there, it's almost like you get plugged in, you get opened up, you get, you know, you get aligned. And she was just in Greece, and then she comes to Avalon, and she's going to south of France. I'm in Avalon for 2 months. I'm going to Ireland and Scotland next month. I may also be journeying to south of France later. So we're like making this pilgrimage to all these places leading up to then going to Egypt, and it feels important. It feels, it feels like there's something happening. So we'll be bringing all of that.
I mean, I stayed in Egypt for a month. I couldn't leave. I was like, okay, I'm just going to move here.
I wanted to, but my daughter was back home. So, yeah.
So much gratitude, and just to plant the seed of a communion with us and who we are as sisters as well.
Yes.
If you want to learn more about me, you can look at my website, somaticsanctuary.com. I have a healing center in Ojai. You're always welcome to come and visit and be in the Sacred Valley of the Moon as well. There's another one. And, Divine Harmony.
I'm divineharmony.com, and I'm traveling right now, so you can't really visit me anywhere, but
just follow
but you can check it out. And the space is limited. We're keeping the group intimate, so if you are interested, please email me, and I can give you an application. There is an application, because we just want to make sure you know, that you're ready for this deep work and this deep journey, and I can send the itinerary so you can see more detail. So please reach out to us if you feel called.
Blessings, sisters. We so look forward to being with you and to be in this Serpentine Sisterhood together. It's time. Yes. This is a prayer being answered.
Yes. Blessed be.